Hello and welcome to Zirkzank Says. This is the very special episode because that's how I like to start every episode, by saying it's special. Over here you can see right now that I'm getting on with some work that I'm doing for my university, which is to create my house in 3D, which is a lot more difficult than it sounds like, especially if you don't know what the fuck's happening in this, like I don't. Because it's just fucking chaos and cancer. Like, I can show you that if it's very difficult to look at how things are in 3D space, but I'm sure you can work out what things are. Like, for example, this is this is a ruler I was using to measure the height of position, location, or whatever of things. Here's a table that I made. Look at this fucking sick high poly modeling. No. The task has been to create a realistic looking, I don't know if you could tell, realistic looking representation of a building, exterior or interior. I chose an interior and I thought, why not just do the house that I'm living in? Because I can just look around, get the measurements. You know, I don't really have to go out anywhere to get this done, but it's very difficult to do because with an interior you're constantly trying to navigate your camera around a space that's really it's fiddly as fuck. That's what I'm trying to say. You don't really get any good angles of view, even with this big wide field of view that I've got on. It's not great. You can't physically feel like you're walking through this corridor. I could change the lighting a little bit, I suppose, so then you can see, oh hey look, it's there's a wall, there's some stairs, that's a door. The doors are the only thing really that kind of make this look alive, because otherwise it's just blank walls and ceilings. But navigating around this is difficult within the software, because it's so fidgety and fiddly. You have to sort of like click on something and then rotate around that object. So like I clicked on this bottom stair, and then you can kind of see the stairs that I did. This is how the stairs look in my actual house. I'm not kidding. They're just this small steep, and then they come down and sort of merge onto the floor. And that I've just noticed there's a fucking gap on the floor. So I'll have to fucking push this in a little bit. There we go. That's fixed, nice and easy. Oh, what's this? Oh, what's this? That's a little bump up there. Whatever, that's fine. Now I've got to be working on this. And this is fucking fiddly. Fidgety, fiddly fucking cancer. That's not great either. You walk here, you can see out into the to the lower floor. Should I bring the wall closer in that sense? In that case, yeah, bring the wall closer. That'll fix that. Thing is, I have to texture all of this so that it looks realistic, and then I have to put lights in, and I have to put it in Unreal Engine and then put lights in. So the entire process is gonna be fucking annoying. Am I even still recording? Yeah, I am. But you get a little bit of a sneaky preview into this. This is the Zirkzank plays thing, but playing 3ds Max. In case you were wondering, this is Autodesk 3ds Max. It's the only real software I know how to use. I can use Maya, don't know how to use Blender, but it's probably pretty simple. I mean, that's the one everyone uses, so it can't be that hard. No, it's probably just the same as this, just knowing what to do. Yeah, and on here I've got like ZBrush 4R7. That's the version I've got. Stairs and wall. Right, that's cool. I think for this, I'm going to be very lazy with how I approach this. And turn this box. I should be using an automatic thing to be doing this, but because I don't have it, and I'm going to do this the manual. This is so stupid. Look, you got to make add an edit poly modifier on here, unwrap the UVW map on this, open up the UV editor, and fucking just flatten this by polygon angle, and then spread it out so that it can be UV mapped with stair. To be honest, I don't need this bottom piece here. I don't really need the sides. I don't need any of this. This could just be like an R or L shape plane thing. Could have more detail onto it, you know, so that it looks like slightly beveled, like the stairs actually are. But why bother with the extra detail? In fact, fuck it. Now I feel bad for not doing it on the other stairs, and I've got to go back and do it on all the other stairs. That'll be a fucking nightmare to do. But you got to do this first before you go around duplicating the stairs. So, should I do it? Should I not do it? That's the question. For now, no. But then if I come back to do it, it'll be more work. I think that at this point in time, because I have to have this done by, let's see, when do I have to have this done by? Completely completed by, have all the modeling done and have a asset archive, the production log completely done, and my portfolio showreel clip created by the 21st of April. That's in addition to all the other assignments that I've got going on. So yeah, that's right. I'm here this weekend here now, so I've got like 2, 6, 8, 10, 11 weeks to get this done, but I've got to do a bunch of other things as well. Like, I've got to make like 4 games basically. So, get back to this. Can't afford to, time-wise. Even talking about it's made me lose out on time. How big is the stair? I should be measuring this, but I'm not going to measure any of the stuff that I did, because my tutor wants me to have accurate measurements of this, and I've got accurate measurements for all the walls and stuff, but with stairs, for some reason, the stairs don't actually all line up correctly, even if you do use exact accurate measurements. So I'm gonna just do it my own way here and hope for the best. Realistically, all I need to do is like keep duplicating these down and put them close enough to each other that they end up going down diagonally. That's what's going on here. So yeah, in that previous episode I mentioned something about feeling lonely. I think I'm mostly just stressed out by the workload that I've got. Like, I'm used to being extremely lonely and I can deal with that, but being lonely and stressed is kind of not a great feeling, and it's not appealing. Like, that's why I'm lonely, because no one wants to talk to me if all I'm doing is being depressed and stressed. Like, no one wants to hang out with a downer person. I get that. I'm completely aware of that. I know the fastest way to do this as well, which would have been to like do this and then say, oh, how many copies do you want to do? Like, let's just put in like 5, and like, oh, it does them all exactly like that. But I want to do it manually because I'm that's the kind of person I am. No, this isn't really how the stairs look in reality. As you can imagine, like at the bottom there isn't just like a tiny like half step. It doesn't work that way. Realistically, what I should do is delete this and lower this one, and then like change the scaling on these so that they, I think eventually if I keep doing this I'll get to a point where I should have had an extra step, like rescale these on the edit poly, but instead of rescaling them, do it like this, so that it doesn't actually mess with it. Exports better when you do it like this. Trust me, I'm a scientist. Or in the actual Unreal Engine, where I would rescale everything. I don't know. My biggest problem with this is that it's kind of difficult to know all of this, because it's like I'm figuring out as I go along, which isn't. Alright, okay, there we go. I'm gonna have to redo the stairs. An error has occurred and the application will now close. Do you want to attempt to save a copy of the current scene? Okay. The scene has been saved to my C drive, the recovery folder. The application will now close. Crash. I'm not gonna send an error. The error report was cancelled. Right. Here we go. So okay. What was that? 10 minutes of work. That's just but probably, most likely lost 10 minutes of work. So thanks for watching. I've been Zirkzank, and like, comment, and subscribe. Follow me on Twitter. Follow me on Instagram. Follow me on Facebook. You know, if you want more exciting content of me making something and having it disappear, there's plenty more where that came from. Peace out.